玩转美国，快乐至上，欢迎收看完美主义，我是肖云。现在什么最火爆呢？当然是穿越剧了。穿越回清朝或者是民国都不算什么。在今天的节目中啊，我要带大家穿越回冰河世纪。接下来呢，就是见证奇迹的时刻 ，Magic。
People come here on our tours from all over the world. We can have in a group, we can have people just from the United States themselves, people from, South America, from Asia, from Africa, from really all over the world to this site that is so unique and so specific to what you're able to find here. We have our tar poles that are next to us. A lot of people just like that because it's a really good representation of if you're a large animal versus a smaller animal, how hard is it to even do attempt to maybe get out of one of these asphalt seeps that they could have gotten stuck in. The Fossil Lab is a great place because it actually gives people the chance to see our excavator, our scientists working on what they are working on.
How was this museum look like?
This museum wasn't built until 1977, and so before this Hancock Park area would have changed a lot. I mean, if you go as far back as the time of the Ice Age itself, imagine more of a place like Northern California today. Maybe a little bit more even at times like the atrium that we have outside, some of the murals around, a lot more water, foothills, mountains, but not like the Ice Age really itself that we think of with the ice and all of that. But as you fast forward through time, and people start to come and shape the modern world that we live in, especially over the past couple hundred years. I mean, this whole area would have been oil fields with drills going into the ground, trying to obtain the oil itself that was in the ground, to eventually really today, and the park that you see, that's changed a little bit over the past, almost 40 years or so since it's opened, but that's kind of an idea of how this place has changed over time.
As we can see here, these are called asphalt seeps, and as we just saw in the museum, they are still coming out, so watch out for that.
The programs, we focus a very tiny little bit on the humans that would have lived here, even though they came more after the Ice Age that we think of, which is about 10,000 to 50,000 years ago. But it's really the fossils that tell that story for us here, and whether it's the large animals themselves, the microfossils, the tiny little guys, the insects, the birds, or plants that all piece everything together for us to tell that complete and unique story about La Brea a long time ago. Here, that asphalt is literally seeped into the bone, and through the porous parts of the bone, preserved it itself. And so that is actually what is preserving it and keeping it so well in the ground for us, and even once we take it out of the ground as well, minus the upkeep that they would have to do over the years and cleaning and all those types of things. Was the largest bear that's ever walked the face of the earth. And so today, polar bears are the largest bears, but they would have been outsized by these bears themselves. They are a foot taller than grizzly bears. When they stood on hind legs, they were 13 feet tall in the air. But they're rather, I think, unique to here, because bears are harder to find because they are more solitary in how they spend their time, and so we've only found in the low 30s in terms of the short-faced bears that we've ever found here. And you take dire wolves and you're up near the 4,000 number in terms of collections and what we have of them. So I think that's a interesting, unique story here about an animal that is one of the largest for its kind to ever live.
怎么样，还喜欢这场穿越之旅吗？奇幻的旅程过后呢，还是要回归现实，好好学习，天天向上。好了，我们下期节目再见。